Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 708. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships. So if you do decide to subscribe and support my channel, thank you very much. And the last thing I want to say is if you are interested in a little bit of a free mystery reading or some free mystery messages, check the description box down below and make sure you read the entire thing, including the limit, so you know what you're fully getting yourself into. So I'm going to start with interpreting the number 708. 7 is about wisdom, awareness, knowledge, learning, maybe teaching what you have learned. There's definitely something spiritual. I feel like there's something here that you're being called to learn on many different levels. That doesn't have to resonate for everybody. There is a general calling here towards learning though. 0 is about cycles for me. It represents endings and beginnings, or maybe something that has already begun that is coming full circle and coming to an end. Maybe there's a cycle here that you're being called to end, and ultimately replacing that by starting a new cycle that's better. It's about as specific as I can get, is better. For somebody here, there may be an outcome that you're worried about. Just be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable. And you can trust that where that will lead you, you can trust that you're going to be happy with that. Maybe there's something here that you're being called to let go, and that letting go is going to help you learn. It's going to help you grow. And I think that's interesting because the number 8 is about letting go, and it's also about remembering how truly connected we are. That was a big message in the reading that I recorded previously. It's coming through again. That message, I feel like the number 9 is coming through as well, which is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. I feel like someone here is really being called to connect with themselves, and ultimately with other people and with the world, with their environment. But it might take a little bit time of like alone time or detachment. Like maybe you need some space first before you become close with something or someone again. There is something here that needs to be let go. It's definitely emotional, but it could also be a physical manifestation of an unhealthy emotional attachment. There's either one or just on the inside, like emotionally you're being called to let go, or it's both emotional and physical. And the both emotional and physical or material, it doesn't have to be about a relationship. That's very general, so I don't know, just don't force anything to fit that's not meant to fit. If there's nothing that resonates there, that's okay. I do feel more encouragement here to let go and to allow yourself to learn, to embrace what there is to learn from loss, from the darker side of life, from darker, heavier emotions. It's not that how you feel isn't valid. Like when you're frustrated, when it comes to justice, there's just a better way to find justice. And I feel like it's really about bringing justice to yourself. I feel like the universe just wants you to focus on being there for yourself and allowing yourself the space in the room and the time that you need to learn and to grow around something. Or maybe for someone, around someone, to learn and grow around someone. Maybe there's someone here you're learning and growing with, or this relationship is just helping you learn and grow, or there's just something in general here that's really helping you learn. And I feel like there's something significant here about that, learning, growing. Something is helping you become wiser, it feels like. For some reason, I felt something here about Budweiser, which is an American beer brand, I believe, right? I don't know. I mean, it's drank a lot here, but only take that if it resonates. There could be something here significant about maybe Kentucky or ancestors from Kentucky. Because it's making me think of a friend that I have from Kentucky. But I'm going to move on now to drawing out a card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to take a deeper look at your situation and see, you know, what your spirit guides see. Including your ancestors, of course. The reading 704 might be significant for someone. I have the 3 of Swords. And for some reason I wanted to say the 3 of Cups. You might resonate with the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. There's definitely something here to heal from. I feel like healing is where your learning is going to come from. So maybe what you're learning about is your worth, what you deserve, or other spiritual things. Maybe you're learning the importance of self-care and self-love, or you need to, and that's why this 3 of Swords is coming out, because 3 of Swords represents something hurts to think about, some sort of loss, some heartbreak, something really upset you. It really, really disappointed you. That's not just, you know, it's not that it's not valid, of course. I think it's interesting that this dog here is looking down at the water, because it makes me think that there's something significant here about your emotions. Yeah, water has been significant for me in general. I feel like it's important for you to know that you're not alone in trying to understand your own heart, your own mind, your own passion, your own soul, you know? I'm hearing We're All in This Together from High School Musical. Maybe that could be a more special sign for someone if you grew up watching that. Maybe there's something significant here about high school, or music, or a musical, because High School Musical, it is a musical. The number 3 is about communication. It's time to be honest with yourself about how you feel, so you can heal that relationship with yourself. Maybe it's important to forgive yourself with something. I mean, it hurts for a reason, and it's important for you to analyze that and to figure out how to heal it. And remember that healing takes time, so be patient with yourself. Dealing with heartbreak or loss in general is never easy, but you can make it easier by allowing yourself to process over time when you need to, and taking care of yourself in the way that you need to, in the way that you deserve. I'm also feeling something significant here about, you know, that is also a form of taking care of others in the way that they need to, in the way that they need to, or the way that they deserve. I feel like you're being reminded that your healing is so much bigger than you. You can make a difference. You do have a light that shines when you let it. So it's okay to take some time out. For sure, I just got a vision of a I think it's called I think it says take time out on an ancestor spirit oracle card. So your ancestors seem to really encourage you to focus on rest, healing, breathing, giving yourself space to come back, to recuperate, to find a way forward. Give yourself time to find a way forward, is what I want to say. The number 3 is also about growth. So maybe there's a choice between growth and decay. You know, making choices that help you grow rather than choices that help you fall apart. Well, I guess it really wouldn't be help at that point, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm noticing in the sky as well, it kind of looks a little cloudy, a little stormy, which is interesting because so does the 4 of Swords, and that recently came out in a reading. And so I feel like there's a storm here that you're being called to weather, and to remember that after a storm, there's a rainbow. There is something to look forward to. There is more. And it's okay to be patient with yourself for the time being so you can take care of yourself. I'm going to finish up this reading by drawing out a card from these index cards to see what guidance there is for you from your spirit guides. Your ancestors could potentially be coming through as well, because they want you to find the emotional stability that you need and that you deserve, so you can have the physical, material stability that you need and that you deserve. To build a home outside of you, you first need to build that home within you. Yeah, choose to build, not to destroy. I don't want to take this card, but I felt caught by it. It says communication. There's something significant here about using your voice. Also, your spirit guides could be trying to communicate with you, so pay attention, especially because they really want to help you heal. Okay, so I have 2 cards. I have Wands. I was only going to take 1, but sometimes I feel called to take more. We have Ancient Egypt. This Ancient Egypt one is interesting because there's been some interesting information going around on the internet about Egypt and the pyramids. Maybe there's something here a little bit mysterious that you feel called to, something that you're really curious about. And there's confirmation here for you to follow that curiosity, but also use your judgment. Don't move too fast. Wands here represents your passion, which makes me think that your spirit guides want you to focus on what you're passionate about, but not in a way that's destructive, in a way that is constructive, not in a way that destroys, but in a way that builds. That passion, that fire, that rage, the hurt can be used for good. And I personally believe that in of itself can be healing. Knowing that what I went through what I did because I can make a difference with it. I found my answers so I can help others find theirs. Which is interesting with the 3 of Swords here, and then with the 4 of Swords in the previous reading about reflection. You might feel called to reflect, and it's okay to lean into that. I think the spirit guide or the spirit realm, they encourage you to let yourself think, reflect, breathe, process, and learn. Someone here is feeling, maybe there's some sort of rabbit hole that you feel called to, or a weird side of TikTok or the internet or somewhere, and I feel like you feel drawn to it for a reason. Maybe my channel would count as that weird side of the internet. So just know that if you're looking for answers and direction, I feel like my channel, coming across it, is the right place for you, because While love readings are valuable, I feel more called to do readings, just whatever comes out. Maybe this is a good opportunity here for you to see the beauty and the light in the unknown, the dark in the light. Maybe there's realizing something here about reality that will be grounding for you. The reality is that you deserve more, you deserve better, you always have, and you always will. You're allowed to care about your worth and what you deserve. It does exist. You exist. How you feel exists. Your experience is very real. And you might already know that, Like I said, loss can be hard, but there is always spiritual guidance for you. If you're ever feeling lost or confused, don't be afraid to search around for answers, to find your way out, mentally and or physically. There is a way out. There's always a way out. Sometimes we don't see that way out though, because we don't believe in ourselves enough, and we don't trust ourselves enough to take that path that will free us. You can take that path that will free you, and you will if you believe it and you trust it. It's so important to believe in potential, because if you don't believe in it, what's the point of going after it? There was a reading recently where a card came out that said, "Believe it, baby," and I feel like that's significant for whoever is watching this too. Allow yourself to believe again, whether it's in yourself or in someone or something outside of yourself. Let yourself have faith.